Hello, good morning. Our first issue is balance between civil rights versus terror law. Recently, Delhi High Court has granted bail to three students who were arrested in Delhi riots. And they were arrested under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Police said that under Section 43D5, prima facie evidence is available, so they should not be granted with bail. But Delhi High Court said protest is not equivalent to terrorism, so they have granted the bail. Delhi police went to Supreme Court and appealed against this particular judgment. Supreme Court said that releasing these three students is appropriate, but this judgment is not considered as precedent in other UAPA cases. That's the primary argument of the police. If these are released, others who were arrested under this, what about them? If they also come and say that our fundamental right is violated, that's why you release us on bail. So there are serious terror cases which to handle this particular law's effectiveness need to be implemented. That's why Supreme Court said this is not going to be a precedent in other cases. Next issue is Parliamentary Standing Committee has issued notice to Twitter, and Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information Technology has asked the representatives of Twitter and they questioned it. What is a Parliamentary Standing Committee? Important ministries, they have Parliamentary Standing Committee. These standing committees have MPs as the members. Please remember, ministers are not part of Parliamentary Standing Committees. MPs from both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha would be the members. And it is considered as an instrument of parliamentary democracy because it studies the issues related to that particular ministry, laws related to that bills related to that particular ministry. It helps in parliamentary process. Now this particular IT Parliamentary Standing Committee, it has questioned Twitter on few grounds. One, on why this particular social media company is not complying with IT rules. Two, how it is going with this manipulated media tag. What is the objective criteria for fact checking? It is saying, Twitter is saying we are doing fact check. After that, we are giving this manipulated media. What is that criteria that you are using to give this? Is it arbitrary? To study all that, this committee has summoned Twitter's representatives. Next issue is interview with Lok Sabha Speaker. Few issues have been discussed in this interview. One is regarding new parliamentary building. With regard to new parliamentary building, when this was discussed prior to this COVID-19, etc., when this was discussed, no one objected in the House. But now they are saying, instead of spending on COVID-19, you are spending on this building. But this is necessary. This is necessary. That's why we are spending. That's one of the answers. Next one is small constituencies. As the population size is increasing, large constituencies have been made because we have freezed the parliamentary constituencies with 1971 data, 1971 population census data. Now, as the population has increased in the last 50 years, now is the time to go for smaller constituencies. That's one more issue. Then, increase in the Lok Sabha membership in commensuration with the number of constituencies. And then 0 hour. 0 hour means it's between question hour and the business before the start of the business of the House. This is the intermediary hour. We call it as 0 hour. Any MP can ask the questions. Any MP can ask the questions without prior informing to the House. So spontaneously questions can be asked. So 0 hour and its efficiency is discussed. And then finally MP Lads. MP Lads scheme last before year, the government said the funds that are given under MP Lads scheme, these are not being utilized properly. That's why temporarily they have stopped implementation of this scheme. Many MPs during this COVID time, they are asking for implementation of this. But the final decision is taken by the government because this is a scheme. It's a scheme. Government should provide money. That's why government's decision is final in this regard. Next issue is theatre commands. Recently, a committee has been constituted to discuss with regard to theatre commands. Theatre command means what? In case of any war, let's say suddenly near LAC, if there is any conflict, how do we mobilize all the three forces at a time? How do we coordinate among all the three forces? For that, small group of independent commands are constituted. That's the plan. These are called as theater commands. And Chief of Defense Staff, a new post created. This coordinates this particular thing. Chief of Defense Staff. It coordinates the tri-services and theater commands. Now, tri-services, that is Army, Navy and Air Force, three are consulted before this theater command formation. One of the suggestions is integrated air command and integrated army commands. Likewise, integrated commands have been proposed. Once this is finalized, we will understand it in little more detail. Next issue is violence against health workers. Recently, especially during pandemic, violence against the healthcare workers. Let's say a family member dies, then the family comes and attacks the doctor or nurse or whoever is there in that particular situation. This affects the morale of doctors, yes or no? In this regard, IMA, Indian Medical Association and doctors, they have protested against it. Home Ministry has issued guidelines to the states and union territories saying that now is the high time. During this epidemic period, you can use Epidemic Diseases Act to protect the healthcare workers in their living and work areas. That's how the Home Ministry responded for this particular protest. Next issue is RBI clearance for PMC Bank takeover. PMC is a cooperative bank, Punjab Maharashtra Cooperative Bank. It's a multi-state cooperative bank. 2 years back, financial irregularities in its functioning has been identified as a process of audit by RBI, and it is said that it is hiding and misreporting the loans. 76% of the entire loans of the banks are given to one single infrastructural company called HDIL. This HDIL, it went bankrupt. Then the loss, as 76% of entire loan portfolio is given to this, it also went into losses. In this particular context, RBI is trying to bail out this particular bank, and then Centrum Financial Services Limited, it said that we will acquire this particular bank. They have asked RBI to give them this small finance bank status. They will convert this into a small finance bank. Small finance banks and payment banks, these two are specialized or differentiated banking systems. RBI needs to give the approval for that. That's why recently, for the Centrum Financial Services Limited, RBI has granted small finance bank status. Now, this will acquire PMC and converts it into a small finance bank. Next, let us come to the editorials. 3 articles are there on Geneva Summit and USA-Russia relationship. We have combined all the 3 and let us understand what it is. USA and Russia, they have Cold War rivalry. At the time USSR and USA, they had Cold War rivalry that continued even after the disintegration of USSR. And there are certain conflict areas, especially in the recent years, which includes Ukraine. In 2014, Russia has annexed a part of Ukraine. According to USA, it's an annexation. According to Russia, they said Crimea voluntarily joined with us. We have conducted a referendum. They said yes. That's why we merged. Otherwise, we didn't force it. That's the argument of Russia. And then differences in approaches in Syria. In Syria, there's a conflict going on. How to fight various rebel groups and especially IS group. Their conflicts are there. And Russia criticizes America's interventionist policy in other countries. USA criticizes Russia in manipulating its elections. So likewise, there are many conflicts between Russia and Ukraine. But now the situation is slowly changing. USA's main rivalry is not Russia anymore. China has become a military and economic superpower now. So China is its primary enemy. Russia has become a secondary power. That's why to get the predictability in the foreign policy and to get the predictability in the relationship between USA and Russia, to have rules of engagement, they have met in Geneva. One summit is not going to bring much difference, but this is a start of engagement. Next issue is vaccine policy. Recently, data published in Nature magazine regarding vaccines and its effectiveness in UK has been studied. UK's alpha variant, it has high transmittability like delta variant, which is more prevalent in India. Data analysis has shown that vaccines have prevented the mortality and serious illness, and it is also slowly promoting the herd immunity. In this context, India should prioritize our vaccine policy. We should streamline the manufacturing, streamline the vaccine supply. We should prioritize rural areas and rural area vaccination because approximately 70% of India's population is living in our rural areas. That's why. And then finally, this is very important, data analysis. Gathering the data and analyzing it on vaccines, vaccine efficiency is the need of the hour. Next issue is same sex marriages. LGBTQ community. In many countries, same sex marriages are legalized, but in India, these are not legalized yet. So we have personal laws, let's say Hindu Marriage Act, etc. These have not recognized this LGBT or trans community marriages. In this context, there is this important Supreme Court judgment, Shaheen Jahan versus Ashokan case, Kerala related case, 2018. In this particular case, Supreme Court has said that right to choose and marry a partner is a choice and it's a fundamental right. That fundamental rights, these are applicable to LGBT community also. That means they have their choice to marry anyone. In this context, legalizing same-sex marriages is the way forward. Last month, when there was discussion in Supreme Court, when there was a case in Supreme Court, Solicitor General has sought more time in this particular regard. Government should try to bring in the international examples and see which is suitable to India. Thank you very much. All the very best.